of the interesting things, if you're a storyteller like me, you didn't necessarily grow up with a big oral tradition. You're not coming out of a living oral tradition. That means you have to create one for yourself. You have to assemble your own repertoire. You have to pick and choose and hunt and gather and somehow collect stories that are meaningful to you. So the question of how do you, what draws me to a particular story? I would have to say, there's something in stories I'm very intrigued by. And when I look at all the stories I've tried to learn in my life, this is one of the things that's present. And I'll give you an example. It's in the old stories, if the hero is walking down the road and there's a little mouse on the road, or it could be a beggar, it could be just that little, and it says, "Excuse me, do you have any bread? I'm hungry." And the true hero in all the old stories stops. The first prince might go, "Oh, I don't have any extra bread for you, mouse. Get out of my way." The second prince, "Oh, get out of my way." The third prince or the third princess or whoever may be on the quest always stops to listen to this little voice. And to me, the wisdom of these stories is that until you open your bandwidth to include voices that are very easy to ignore or to forget or simply tune out, you'll never find the wisdom you need for the quest. So this is a long answer to a short question. What I really love in stories that makes me want to tell them myself is when there's a moment like that where somebody is listening in a new way. And I could give you many examples from my own repertoire of that. There's usually something in that story where an act of listening unlocks all the actions of the story to follow. And to me, that's also an important story for the times we live in now. That if we don't learn how to listen to the voices of nature, the voice of the river, the voice of the sky, the voice of our neighbors, the voice of our enemies, the voice of our dreams, the voice of our children, humanity's in bad shape. But if we do open the bandwidth and start to listen to those voices, maybe some wisdom will emerge and we'll be able to continue.